Hey everypony, what's up? My name is AussieBrony, and today I will be reading the second chapter of a fanfiction called The Changeling and the Pony. I think it's written by Penscratch? No, Penstroke? Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, hope you enjoy. I will start the recording of me reading it now. A few hours passed since the attack. A soaked Fluttershy was being tended to be a very concerned Twilight. Her other four friends were either coddling her or asking her questions. Angel had been placed on a pillow, sleeping peacefully after Fluttershy had bandaged him. He had only a few bruises and scratches, otherwise he was fine. Twilight lifted a bandage with her unicorn magic and wrapped it around her clean wound. There, that should hold you up, but we really should take you to hospital. Fluttershy looked at her damaged hoof and winced at the sight of her blood soaking through the I don't know. She was squeamish at the thought of her own injuries. She was used to tending sick or hurt animals, not herself, and the sight of her own blood was making her nauseous. Rarity poured Twilight's shoulder. I think not, Twilight. Though we want to take care of her there, it would be devastating to attempt it in this weather. With all that lightning, it's only a risk of getting soaked, but it could be dangerous. And it's not only a risk of getting soaked, but it could be dangerous. Applejack came up to her other side. Rarity's right, Twilight. The only thing we can do now is wait for the storm to die down and take her there right away. Twilight looked to the injured Pegasus and Rabbit, slowly and nodding her head, not liking the idea of waiting at all. Pinkie Pie nudged Fluttershy's head with hers. Don't worry, Fluttershy. When you're all set up, I'll throw you the biggest get-well party ever. Then when you're better, I'll throw you the biggest you're better party ever. Fluttershy gave her hyper friend a weak smile. Thanks, Pinkie. I'm just sorry we might not be able to have that picnic you wanted. Though who cares about a picnic when it can be rescheduled? And I have two parties to plan. She bounced her head, humming adorably. Rainbow Dash seemed most outraged by the attack and had been flapping through the air angrily. I just can't believe that freak had the nerve to attack you. Oh, when I get my hooves on him, I'll kick him so hard in the air he'll reach space. I still don't like this idea of waiting though, Twilight objected. For all we know, Fluttershy could be infected with more than just paralyzed. She could have a disease or something. Or worse, said a male voice from the top of the stairs. When the mares looked to the source, it was the baby dragon, Twilight's assistant, Spike. He had been preparing a soft bed for Fluttershy. Fluttershy could have an infection that could spread through her body and deforming her into a changeling. He said it with more eagerness than he meant to. A young boy watching a horror clip. The yellow mare squeaked and hugged her hoof to her, hoping she couldn't feel fangs growing in her mouth. Twilight glared up at Spike. You're not helping. The purple dragon huffed a bit. Oh, sorry, Fluttershy. I didn't mean to scare you. When Fluttershy forgave him, he hopped downstairs. I used a spare bed and put the softest blankets we had on it. Would that be good enough? That's perfect, Spike. Thank you, Twilight acknowledged, helping Fluttershy to her feet as the others helped her or steered the near limp Fluttershy towards the stairs. The yellow Pegasus became flustered. Guys, really, you don't need to go through all this trouble. Honestly, She was great. Honestly, she was grateful for the assistance since the poison had come back and made it hard for her to stand, much less walk, but she didn't want to be a burden. We'll have none of that, Sugar Cube, Applejack started as she helped her take a few steps forward. Wow. For our friend, and you're injured. There's no reason you should be coddled. Don't really know what that means. Fluttershy gave her a grateful bow with her head, happy to have such good friends. When she was helped up the stairs and into the spare bed, Rarity wrapped her up with some of her blankets using her own magic. Better? She asked. Fluttershy gave her a slight nod, but to be honest, though the pain was less, she wasn't feeling very well. She was still a bit petrified by the day's events and shocked how aggressively she had dealt with the Changeling. Guys, she asked, looking at them, do you think I was too harsh with it? The Changeling, I mean? Rainbow Dash gave a loud laugh. Ha! Harsh? Are you kidding me? Oh, Fluttershy, you're too nice for your own good. She flew up to her and pushed her in the chest with her hoof. That monster deserved it after what he did and was going to do to you. If you hadn't kicked him, you'd be nothing but a lobotomized husk to us. Yeah, that's it. Yes, but and she looked away from her rainbow head friend. It's just, you should have seen it. He was all by himself, no others and of his hive with him, and he looked very hungry. The more I think about it, I think he was just desperate. I think he deserved it, but I can't help but feel guilty about leaving the poor creature broken and bleeding in the woods. Rainbow rolled her magenta eyes. You gave him a handkerchief, she landed, and walked away. That was already more kindness than he deserved. She held back her annoyance simply because Fluttershy was her friend and was hurt at that. But Rainbow Dash could get pretty peeved off when her naive friend was being too friendly towards the enemy, especially a Changeling. Well, now that everything is settled, Twilight pulled one of her many books out from the shelf with her magic and hovered it in front of them. Does any pony want to hear a story while we wait for the storm to pass over? This one's one of my favourite tales. The Prince and the Pup and the Piorper? I don't know what that says. Rainbow Dash pulled up a pillow near Fluttershy's bed and sat on it. Nah, how about something cooler, like the tale of Fafnir. Fafnir, oh yeah, dragon. Oh please no, no dragon stories, Fluttershy quietly objected. How about the ugly duckling? Oh, the ugly duckling. Perhaps not. The others had now mimicked Rainbow Dash and pulled up a pillow around Fluttershy. It reminds me too much of that beastly Changeling. Except I bet they're not only born ugly, but stay ugly. Yuck. She smiled at Twilight. How about instead the story of Rumpelstiltskin? Good twist, that one. Or maybe Puss in Boots. Oh, that little kitty cat gets me every time. No. Pinky started hopping on her pillow. Read Rabnewsel? Okay, I don't really know what that is. Yeah. Please, oh please, I love that one. Oh, come on, Pinky. We've read that one out loud a million times. Spike hopped onto the same pillow as Fluttershy as Twilight. I want to hear the story about Sleeping Beauty. When he said that out loud, all the other they're not fillies, stopped talking and looked at him with bewilderment. Spike flustered and wrung his tail in his paw. I like the whole idea of true love's first kiss, okay? Sue me. The girls giggled at him and continued their talking with his voice added to the bunch. Twilight sighed over the ruckus. of her friend's suggestion. This is going to be a long storm. Okie dokie Loki, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm definitely not very good at endings. If you want to hear more of me reading these this fanfic, or later me reading more different fanfics. Suck at English today. Just comment and comment. I mean, subscribe. So subscribe for more. Whatever the big YouTubers say. Comment and subscribe if you liked, I guess. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. See you later, everybody.